they're not going to be able to see it over there anyway. I wanted this because I was speaking with a friend who was sounding really down. And so I had said, watch one of my videos because it will be able to help reignite you and your threefold flame. And he didn't know what it was. And most people don't.
Yeah, so to explain the threefold flame, you really can't do it without going into the chart of the presence, and it turns into a whole nother, it's not a 2-minute story.
So let's presuppose they had watched the video we did on the tube of light already. And so they've got that foundation, and now they're asking, what's the threefold flame? How do we respond?
I'll do my best.
Great. I look forward to it.
Okay.
And warriors always do. Hey, Laura J here with Michael Seegers for another installment of the Michael and Laura show, except this one is yet another bonus because it wasn't planned, it was just required. And so here, Michael Seegers is going to introduce you to the threefold flame, and we hope that you have also watched the video we already did about the chart of the I Am presence, because that is foundational insight that allow you to then go one layer deeper, because all of it's like unpeeling an onion. So, Michael.
Thank you, Laura. Here we have an illustration of what the Ascended Masters call the secret chamber of the heart. It is actually a chakra that is not regularly recognized in the 7 chakra system. It is the 8th chakra. You'll notice that it contains 8 petals. It has a unique geometry. It is separated from most other dimensions in time and space and out of time and space by what is known as a cosmic interval. It exists in a dimension all by itself, so it cannot be touched, interfered with, damaged by external forces. It is completely protected. It is the anchor point of divinity. So the part of us that is the divine being, which we call the I Am presence, which is vibrating in a much higher dimension, finds its anchor point in the secret chamber of the heart. And at that anchor point, it bursts into manifestation as the threefold flame. It has 3 plumes we see here, blue, yellow, and pink. And those plumes are radiating the sacred fire in various frequencies and manifesting various aspects of that sacred fire. So we recognize the blue plume as the father aspect. The yellow plume is the son aspect, and the yellow plume is the Holy Spirit aspect. So people who have a Christian orientation will relate to Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. If you are coming to this from an Eastern orientation, you might be resonating much more with the concept of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. If we are describing the qualities of these plumes, we would talk in the context of power, wisdom, and love. So the blue plume is radiating the aspect of God power and God protection. It is the energy of the divine blueprint of the will of God. The yellow plume is radiating the qualities of wisdom and the divine mind of God. And the pink plume is radiating the qualities of divine love and the Holy Spirit aspect of God. How's that?
Ace. Truly, new beginnings. When we have this understanding, then we can feel at home within our own heart center and connected to the picture of God each of us brought here now to the only moment we ever have. So thank you, Michael, for the insight into the chakra that wasn't taught, because that is truly where the power lies.
You're very welcome.
There was another 1-1. Like, that was just out of this world. Would you like a little card reading before we do this? I would. The one that popped out is the star, number 2 and 4 at the bottom. Just FYI. Illuminate. You are a shining star. In truth, you were born to illuminate the world with your light. This was what came out for you, my friend, and me
Oh,
too.
perfect.
This moment. The time has come to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be all of who you are meant to be. Remember, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back, and it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to let yourself flow open. This card is asking that you allow yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate this world.
Right
And
on money.
the 4th is astral realms, which is interesting because you can actually speak into the difference between the astral and etheric realms. Would you?
Right at this moment?
We can say that will be an episode for another day, and I will read the astral realms message.
Because you have a 3:30 commitment.
I do.
And
Indeed.
I have a very lengthy presentation.
You do? Oh.
More than I expected.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read this and then we'll get to it.
Okay.
All right. You have a strong connection with the astral realms. Usually we visit these realms while sleeping, and that is where we meet our guides, teachers, and even other souls who have moved on from the earth plane. For you, somehow, however, this connection is allowing you to connect while you are awake, either when meditating or working with your intuition. This is truly a gift, as the information you receive here can aid both you and others through life. Spirit is calling you to begin using your gifts in service to others in the way that feels right for you. So these two.
Well, now you've started something. Now I have to speak into that.
Okay.
That to me sounds quite erroneous.
Okay.
And because the person who designed that card probably has no knowledge of the distinction between the astral plane and the etheric plane, I believe that person is describing what they believe or what they understand is actually the etheric plane. In the astral plane, the energy is not very beneficial at all. The masters describe it as a sewer, like it's just filled with filth and horror. It is in the etheric plane where we meet our guides and spirits, and it's where we seek to go during sleep. Often people go to the astral plane during sleep because they're not able to go to the higher vibration of the etheric plane. But it is in the etheric plane where the cities of light exist, and where we definitely want to be magnetized to be in contact with our guides in the whole spirit world. And it is our journey on the path of ascension that will take us out of the magnetization to the lower astral realms, where the false hierarchy preys upon unsuspecting souls. And it is where all this erroneous information comes from. And it is by attunement with the Holy Spirit and by spiritual practice that we come into a higher vibratory frequency, that we can then enter into the etheric realms and walk in the cities of light with angels and masters and be in contact with our guides. So thank you for that opportunity to clarify.
My absolute pleasure, and it's required because even the second one, this one, it talked about illumination compared to illumination. And illumination is a false light, whereas to illuminate is to shine from within. So both of them were of false hierarchy, but disguised in beautiful colors and symbols. And the art is absolutely spectacular, hence holding it up for that entire time too. So that's how we're going to begin our session for today, where we are going to be doing episode 13 of the Michael and Laura show. So today we are going to dive into Mother Mary and the rosary she gifted humanity, which Michael had mentioned in part 1 that was posted to YouTube. So you can go to my channel, Laura J.E. Hamilton, to see that, or you can go to the Shambhala Temple of Light and use all of the other resources that are there too, because it's not all about just one avenue of getting there. It's about knowing your options and then choosing the right path, like we have talked about in other videos too. So, Michael, tell us what is true.